The biggest turtle in the world comes to the beaches of Costa Rica to lay its eggs. Every year between February and June, several hundred luth turtles deposit their eggs at the Pacuare National Reserve on the Caribbean coast. This giant of the sea, however, is seriously threatened by commercial fishing boats and by the illegal trade in its particularly popular eggs. The EPI Association has set up an original program in which scientists and high school students work together to make people aware of the dangers encountered by the luth turtle. This afternoon, under the leadership of Raul, a marine biologist, they're going to clean the beach in order to facilitate the arrival of the turtles during the night.
Generally, turtles come to the same beach to lay their eggs. This doesn't mean that they always lay their eggs in the exact same spot on the beach. It could be a few kilometers south or north, but always in the same sector. There are several theories. One of them is that turtles orient themselves thanks to magnetic fields, and that they return to the beach where they were born and whose magnetic field they recognize.
During the night, several patrols take turns combing the 6 kilometers of beach. The objective is threefold: to keep poachers away, to move the nests to safe places, and to do a scientific follow-up of the populations.
Ready? Let's go see the turtles.
They advance in total darkness, accentuated by the absence of a moon. They mustn't attract the attention of poachers or frighten away the turtles, who are very sensitive to white light. 2 hours later, and a few kilometers further on, Raul's patrol sees its first turtle. Only small red lights are authorized. Red seems to be the color that disturbs the turtles the least. With its 2 rear fins, it digs a hole in the shape of an urn. This laborious work takes between 45 minutes and an hour.
Ya está, ahora.
63.
That's good. 63. The width?
The width.
The width? Yes, 40 centimeters.
The nests are on the average 70 centimeters deep and 40 centimeters wide. Just before laying, the female enters into a trance, making her insensitive to her environment.
When she begins to lay, you can see that all the eggs are identical, the same size and roundness. They're fertile eggs. After a moment, she'll lay fertile eggs, but also smaller and less round ones. These are empty and not fertile. At the end of the process, she'll lay only small, infertile eggs, signifying that the laying period is over.
In about 20 minutes, she will lay an average of 110 eggs, of which 80 are fertile. These eggs can come from several males, since the luth turtle is able to store sperm over a period of months or even years before fertilizing them.
What we often do is move the nests a distance away. In this case, it's all right, but there are areas on the beach where the tide rises very high and could flood the nest. Let's go see the nest.
Raul handles this step alone, without his students, so as not to leave too many footprints in the sand, thus arousing the suspicion of poachers.
We try to follow approximately the same order of laying as the turtle. First, we take the eggs, which are at the bottom of the sack, because they're the ones the turtle laid first. We take the empty eggs last, which protect the fertile eggs.
These eggs also influence the temperature of the nest, which determines the sex of each individual. The ideal temperature that assures an equal number of males and females is 29 degrees Celsius. Below that temperature means more males, and above, more females. During the nesting season, the turtle can lay up to 7 times. She therefore may be back soon. The following day, Raul once again combs the beach to check if any of the turtles escaped the watchful eyes of the patrols and if the nests weren't visited by poachers.
What we see here is what we call a false exit. We can see traces of the turtle forming a semicircle. The turtle entered from this side, climbed up, and for some reason, either it didn't like the terrain or something disturbed it, it went back to the sea.
A few hundred meters away, Raúl finds the nest his patrol studied last night.
The first thing we look at is whether or not the nest was robbed during the night. We check for little holes in the sand, like this. If there are lots of them, it means that poachers were here, but in this case, all is well. What we cover as well are the tracks of the turtle entering and leaving, since very often thieves come by boat, and that's what they look for from the sea.
In 60 days, the eggs will hatch. Among the newborns, only 1 to 2% will reach adulthood and reproduce. Until then, Raúl is hoping that eating turtle eggs will be considered inconceivable. He knows he can count on the support of the high school students who have come with him. It's up to the next generation to carry the torch.